What up, y'all? It's your man ES the Herman Star back again with another video, and I'm here to do the tarot reading for the week of June 30th to July 6th for the sign of Leo. So if you have Leo in your chart, Sun, Moon, or Rising, this is for you. What's happening, my cousins? Before I get into your read, before I shuffle and get into your read, I feel like venting to y'all. You know, I call y'all cousins, you know, because you're, you know, close to Virgo season, but also I have 3 Leo placements in my chart. I know I always say that, so I'll just remind you, or, you know, say for the first time any new people watching. The planets are Jupiter, Mercury, and Venus. Okay. 677, so meaning 6th house, 7th house, and 7th house. Nonetheless, that is the most, other than I want to say it ties with Virgo and Capricorn, because I have 2 Virgo placements, although I am a Virgo sun, and I have 2 Capricorn placements. So they tie for second place, but you all don't tie. You all have first place as the most signs that I have within my chart. Again, 3 different planets. So I feel a connection to y'all. You know, I feel a connection to y'all. You know, I feel like whenever I see Leo reads, or I get, even when I like get a reading from a Leo, I feel as though like they kind of like remind me of me, you know. That's just me. But with that being said, I feel like here I go with my feelings again, right? But no, like, so I enjoy doing these reads, I really do. But it can be discouraging at times, or it can feel like, you know, a lot at times. Let me say that. I won't say discouraging, but I will say it feels like a lot, you know, because I have a lot to do, you know, outside of these. And when I say it feels like a lot, it's me doing these reads, putting them out there, especially when it comes to a reading where I feel as though, wow, like this is a really great message that whoever is going to get today, you know, whether it's Leo, whether it's somebody else, whether it's a cross watcher, somebody in general, right? And then, you know, nobody watches said video, you know. I found what works, or what does show, or at least prove that works for my channel's growth, is when I live stream. And I definitely do want to live stream more, but I've seen it work more so when it comes to gaining subscribers, rather than getting those actual subscribers to watch the videos, you know, that aren't the live stream. The live streams, the playbacks always do better than anything that I do on this channel, thus far at least, you know. The playbacks get the most likes, they get the most views, and again, the playbacks for the live streams that I do, you know, I don't always get the highest amount of views during the live, but people tend to come, watch the stream for their sign, or just watch the entire thing. And again, those tend to do better. What I do end up getting a lot during the live stream is a lot of subscribers. While I'm doing those streams, it seems that people who do pop in, their subscription says they want to stick around, but then they don't watch the videos, you know. Now, I'm not here to try to down anybody. If you're one of the individuals who've subscribed because you saw me do a live stream and you're like, yeah, I want to subscribe, but you don't necessarily watch the videos, I understand, you know, life is busy. Trust me, this is why I'm making this speech, you know, because I'm getting busier. It's getting beautiful outside, so I want to spend a lot more time outside. But even that is, you know, just one of the things that I'm doing as far as just with my personal goals and careers and life in general. There are other things that I have that take time throughout the day, and it's like, if I'm going to continue to do things throughout the day, I want to do things that bring me fulfillment. Not to say, again, these reads don't bring me fulfillment. It's just I do these reads for you all being anyone who really needs these messages. And if people aren't, gravitating toward them, or they simply just don't want the messages from me, then it's just, something I feel as though I got to decide on whether I want to keep doing it or not. I'm gonna still continue reading. Again, as I've mentioned before, when I started doing tarot reads, I only was reading for myself when I first started doing tarot reads. It wasn't until probably a year or even two after people were telling me I should do reads for other people, and that I started this YouTube channel. For the longest, again, it was just private readings. It was just a read for myself. I never read for anybody else until I started doing YouTube, because even when people asked me, it was like, nah, I could try to give you advice on whatever, but I don't feel comfortable reading. That's not the case now. With that being said, if you would like a personal private reading, you are able to book that by shooting me an email. You can find that in the description box below, as well as the podcast. People are checking out the podcast, so it's that's not something that I, and I'm not saying I want to stop doing this, but this is not something that, the podcast is not something I plan on stopping, because at least it's getting traction. I'm not asking for 100 million listens or views on everything, right? I have over 100 subscribers here on YouTube, and it would be nice if I were to reach that, or even half of that. But I understand, again, people have lives. It could be a situation, I don't know why on this channel at least, but it could be a situation where YouTube is just shadow banning me. I don't know. But yeah, I would, I'm just asking, if you subscribe, don't think your subscription is just it. The way YouTube works is you have to watch the videos of the channels you subscribe to. Simply just hitting subscribe is not enough. In fact, that's really nothing. That is not anything. If you're well, I wanted to show my support, so I wanted to show my support, so I just hit subscribe. Actually subscribing to somebody and then not watching their videos does far worse than not subscribing at all to that individual, and either watching the video from time to time or just not watching a video, period. Because what YouTube says pretty much, and they're right in this assessment, is, well, if you subscribe to this individual and you don't even want to watch their videos, why would I promote their videos to people who don't subscribe to them when their own subscribers don't even want to watch their videos? Again, it might sound harsh, it might be discouraging if you're someone who creates content on YouTube, but it's a fact. That's just how the algorithm works. Well, one of the ways the algorithm works. So I'm just saying, if you subscribe, please watch a video. You don't have to watch everything, but please watch. And yeah, so almost 10 minutes in, but I just had to say that. Like I said, Leo, I will have timestamps, a timestamp saying, okay, when the read starts. So for those who don't care at all of what I gotta say, they can just skip to that and watch the rest of the reading. But yep, like I said at the beginning, this is your read for June 30th to July 6th. Take it as it resonates. If you want a personal read, once again, you are able to book that with me by sending me an email. You can find my email in the description box below, and again, down there, as well as the link to my podcast. So I'm not getting a third jumper. I do at least 3 cards. Well, it seemed like I grabbed a stack here. Let's see what this about. Hopefully it's gonna all fit here. If not, I would do whatever I can to make it fit. You got a lot. Let me just say. Let me put this one here and put this one here. Had to improvise on space. Okay, so your first card is the King of Swords. This is discipline, someone who, you know, it moves with integrity as well. And honestly, like, I'm seeing a lot of good here with all of your cards. I mean, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 cards. That might have been the most I've done as far as like a read here, but we're gonna push it along. And if this video's long, it's long. This is, you know, one of the last few things I got to do today. So, you know, and the day is still the day, so I still have a few more hours to get what I need done. But yeah, I do like this energy here. I like a lot of the energy that is showing up here. But I don't think there are not everyone in your life likes this energy or likes this new energy you find yourself in. I do see that in creating the life that you want, it's unfortunately going to cause some type of... There's both financial gain and financial loss here. From what the cards are saying. But I think that even the loss that does happen here, and is, I don't want to say it's very little, but it's not showing up. There's not a lot of loss here, is what I'm trying to say, right? But even with that, I still think there's more than just a financial loss. Not a loss of a life. I'm saying like a loss of a person or people who I think want you to be stagnant, because there's a lot of upward growth happening here, you know? Now, do not take this Chariot in reverse as, you know, because this isn't like upward growth here. This is opposition, really, you know? Or one of the meanings is opposition. I don't think that, you know, this is you per se, but I believe that this is an energy. I'm just going to label it as that. An energy close to you that, again, does not want to see you succeed. They want you to stay stagnant, you know? Maybe they benefit from you not knowing your true potential, not living up to your truest potential. Maybe it's that old ugly jealousy where people see you elevating and they start to feel a way about themselves, so they want to stop you from elevating, so they don't feel insecure about not moving forward. But that's not your problem. That's their problem. You know, you're not stunting on people, because I don't see any card here that shows you being someone. Yeah, you're very luxurious. You know what I'm saying, with that 9 of Pentacles. You're and when I say luxurious, it could be in the like actual visual sense of what I guess luxury looks like. But I just think you're really, you know, here what this symbolizes, you're just being you're being yourself, and you're living up to your highest, you know, fullest potential. You're looking your best, you're feeling your best, you know? And these times, that's a luxury within itself. Looking good and feeling good, because it's a lot of good looking people out there who don't feel good about themselves. They might put on like they do. They might do a great job by even hiding it. Even if they don't put on like they feel good, they do a great job by hiding it, or people just assume they might be feeling good because they look good. But again, you know, that's not always the case, you know. But I don't think that is the case with you. I think that, you know, you're looking good, you're feeling good about how things are going. And of course, with that chariot in reverse, and some other one other card at least that I see here, I just think that there are energies around you, or someone around you that really doesn't like that, and they don't like seeing you in that. But you keep going. You have the Knight of Wands right next. You know, you're fearless. This is someone who is adventurous and charming as well. Leos are definitely adventurous folks. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, like, you know, they don't fear no one or nothing, you know. They're very much the spotlight, but also they not only don't fear the spotlight, but they don't fear just putting themselves out there in general, right? They don't fear an adventure, whether that adventure leads to them having the spotlight or not, you know. So it's a lot of forward movement, as I was saying here. You know, I see a lot of forward movement, much more than the loss that I see. Your next card is the Empress, you know. I think really, Leo, you got all the beautiful cards. You got all the feel good cards, or at least not everyone in the tarot deck, but you got a lot. You got a lot of feel good energy. You got your smell good all. Shout out to anyone who got who got that reference. But yeah, it's a lot of like just beauty. Like you're as the kids say now, the word's been around forever, but you know the kids are saying it a lot. Aura, like your aura is shining though, Leo. I'm not gonna front. Like your aura is shining, like, and again, you do have some hating ass energy. I'm not gonna front. You got some haters out there. This is not to make you feel good, but like you don't need me to feel good. Clearly, from what I've seen, you already feeling good. You probably was feeling good before you clicked on this. It's probably gonna add to the feel good, but you know you was already in like a good mood, in a good state of mind, or at least at a good state of being. You know, and if you weren't before this, I hope this message does give you. Put you in a good state of being. You do have 5 more cards here, so we'll continue. You have the Knight of Pentacles. This is someone who's reliable. Again, where that discipline lies. Again, like that King of Swords. There's that discipline. There's something you're going forward with, it seems, and that's where all the feel good and looking good and smelling good is coming from. But not like this. You're going forward with something here, definitely. You know, and you know that 7 of Cups is proof of that as well. You have a lot of dreams and goals that you have in mind, and you're going forward, definitely. It's just that Chariot in reverse where somebody is trying to, be the opposition to all of this, but you're not letting them stop. You know, you're not letting them stop you. Not just physically, like you're on the go, you're doing your damn thing, but you got the Ace of Wands here. You know, this is creation, taking initiative, finding inspiration as well. It's like no matter what anybody tries to do to stop you, whether it's this week, whether it's whenever, tap into this energy, because this is the energy of creativity. Like, no one can stop you with this, you know what I'm saying? Well, it's pretty damn hard to stop you, all right? Your second to last card is the 4 of Wands. A lot of Wands energy here too. Again, you have that Knight of Wands, you have the Ace of Wands, and now you have the 4 of Wands. The Wands are all about creativity and manifesting and making things just happen. This is a loving relationship here. A lot of people get icky with the word marriage, you know, at least in the tarot space, but I'm going to say it anyways. Marriage, the word that is used to describe this is union. So marriage, union, whatever the case is. Maybe you're married, and I'm not saying the individual who is the Chariot in reverse is your partner, because if that was the case, this would have been showed up like this, but it showed up like this. So I don't think it's your partner per se if you are married. I don't think it's more so you're married though, or you have someone, but I do think that this week might be a great week for you to actually put yourself out there, because you might meet the one. You might end up meeting the one that you might spend the rest of your life with. Your last card though is the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This is why I was saying there's a possibility of a financial loss here that could lead to more loss rather than just it be financial loss. Now, with all this greatness that I'm seeing that came before this card, minus the Chariot in reverse, but all the greatness that came before the card, it could be a situation to where you're making so much money, you're grinding, you're doing this thing, you're looking good, you're smelling good again, you're feeling good, but then you get to a point where you're not really safe with your finances. Because things are going so swimmingly well, again, especially with that Nine of Pentacles here, you know, because things are going so well for you, you're like, I have a never-ending flow of money, or at least you're acting as if you have a never-ending flow of money, like you have a money printer. Shots fired at the government. But yeah, you're acting as if though you could just print money out of thin air, right? But unfortunately, this shows, hey, like if you don't get this in check, it's going to be financial conflict, debt. You know, you're going to piss off the people in your life as well, you know, especially if it's going to ruin this potential partner, this lifelong partner, you know, that you might end up meeting this week, you know. So I would just say, honestly, now that I'm reading everything together, it's really get your finances in check. It's okay to, you know, celebrate, and if you want to splurge and all that good stuff, because you are winning right now. You know, you're up. You know, you're up, Leo. You're definitely up from what I'm seeing. But don't let things come crashing down with, you know, being super irresponsible. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not your mama or daddy or your financial advisor, but yeah, that's what I have for the tarot. Quite the long one, but hey, we got it together. We're about to get into the oracle now, but before I choose a card or cards, I would like to remind you to please hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe. One thing I forgot to mention was, if you're still here, if you're subscribed and you're still here and active, let me know in the comment section below. If you don't want to comment, let me know at least with a like, all right? So, the card that you got today is No Illusions. It's my first time getting this card, so interested to see what it's about. Stay grounded in truth, embracing reality with clarity and wisdom to navigate life's journey authentically. All right? Simple and plain. Like it's good that you're in this wish fulfillment energy here as well, and it seems as though you are getting a lot of the wishes that you have granted with a lot of this upward mobility that I'm seeing here with the cards. But you have to be grounded in reality, Leo. Like, you don't have an endless money supply. You know, you don't have a money printer at your will to, whenever you need more money or want more money, you could just boot up the money printer and voila, you got millions of dollars, you know, just at your disposal. That's not reality, you know, so be wise with your finances is what I'm saying here. Again, not a financial advisor, barely a spiritual advisor, but hey, you know, you're gonna do what you want to do at the end of the day. I do love this energy though, you know, and yeah, that's what I have for you today. If you got anything of value from this reading, please hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe. Once again, if you would like a personal read, you're able to book that with me by sending me an email. You can find my email in the description box below, as well as the link to my podcast. I talk about spirituality, personal development, a lot of like the spiritual downloads and things of that nature go on that podcast. So, you know, if you're into things of that nature, messages, go over there, subscribe. Okay, that's a way that you can support me and support what I do here as well. I want to thank you for trusting me, for being your intuitive reader for today, or at least one of your intuitive readers for today. Like, comment, share, subscribe once again. And until next time, until next video, you see me when you see me. Take care.